Hey guys, Megan here. Welcome back to my channel. This is my friend Brenda, and she was nice enough to share her time with us today. And we will be doing Gua Sha together. And I'm so excited to teach you guys, along with Brenda, some really cool tips and tricks with this cute little pocket jade Gua Sha. The links will be below. Okay, here we go. So the first step is the Laurel Skin Elixir, and you just saturate your skin, face and neck. The second step is this antioxidant serum, and we want to get enough serum on there for some slip. Okay, so 2, perfect. And then we just rub it between our hands and start spreading on the neck and up the face. And if you have any extra, you can bring it behind the neck as well and kind of over this trapezius area. And you can also rub it in the back of your hands because it's so luxurious and organic, and we don't want to waste any of it. And I'll go ahead and take off my earrings because they will get in the way. It's actually good to have an extra towel on hand when you're doing Gua Sha because of the slip. The stone can sometimes get slippery and we don't want it to fall. Okay, so first things first, we're going to take the ridges side of our Gua Sha, and we're going to go in zigzag motions up and down the neck, just really gently, but enough to where we can feel it kind of massaging. If you have thyroid issues, just go ahead and avoid the middle of the neck. You're still going to get amazing benefits. So what this does is it opens up the chi energy in the neck, and we're also promoting blood flow. I like to start on the right side and work my way over all the way to the left side. Yeah, and you can flip your stone exactly like what Brenda did. You can flip it however it feels good. And then you can also bring it in the back of the neck, kind of working down from the hairline and bringing it across that muscle. And same thing on the other side. Okay. And I actually have a really cool trick. A lot of people tend to neglect their décolleté, and so I feel like if you have enough slip here, you can just use those ridges and kind of break up that fascia. Do you feel like some of that crunchiness under there?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the superficial fascia. And basically what we're doing is we're kind of breaking it up and bringing fluidity to it and dragging it right over to that armpit area. And you can see that the blood circulation is coming up, which is great. And I just like to go from the inside there. Yeah, perfect. And over. Feels so good. Now we'll be moving up to the face, and we're going to go underneath the chin. And I like to use my left hand to support, working on the right side, kind of bringing the Gua Sha over to the right. That's actually another method that I've seen people use, but we'll actually get more results if we take it here and pull it over this way. And all this thumb is doing is kind of supporting that skin and gently pulling it opposite direction. You feel the difference?
And you said to count how many times we do it?
You can do 6 to 10 times in each section.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think we're just about good now. All right, and then we'll be moving up to our next section. We're going to flip our stone, still with the ridges. And yeah, exactly. I like how you're holding your skin like that. And we're going to pull it all the way, just combing through, kind of tilling the soil or raking the garden. This is also another technique that you can do, is hold your arm like this, and you can get more leverage and cover more space, and it feels really nice. So because we're in a confined area, we're just kind of adjusting that. All right, so we're working up from the corner of the mouth now, and I like to hold and just pull through all the way to the edge of the ear, combing all the way through. So edge of mouth, working right underneath that zygomatic bone, really slowly at first, and then once you get the hang of it, you could go a little bit faster. Feel that energy flowing, that blood circulation's coming in. And
yeah,
also,
my whole body feels good.
I love how you did that, because you know, it really, posture makes such a big difference, and I've always been sort of a huncher, so it's important for me to remember to sit up. Okay, now we're going to take it from the edge of the nose, just kind of lifting and then pulling through. Yeah, using those ridges to your benefit. And just imagine it kind of working through the connective tissues, raking that superficial fascia that's all dry and crunchy, and we're bringing fluidity to it. And then we'll move up just underneath that orbital ridge. And you can use your fingers here to support, you know, because this is a really delicate area. We don't want to pull the skin too much. And then you can do a little bit of a wiggle if you feel a hard spot, or if you have a dark spot on your face too. You can also do what's called a gentle friction, and that can go back and forth. You can go up and down if you want to. Back and forth.
What if you have like a lifelong clogged pore? Would that help going over it, or?
Actually, because the skin is already stretched with the clogged pore, it's something that would need to be taken out by a professional. I have seen that before, where someone's skin will have a stretched pore full of like dark matter, cell waste. And you know, it takes a while. You have to stretch it and push it out. But yeah, I think as far as the congestion goes, like under our nose, this can help flush that away, and we'll get to that point really soon. Yeah, great question. All right, so where were we? Just underneath this orbital ridge here, pulling it up to the hairline. Okay, and then we're gonna go here in the 11s, and we'll be working back and forth with that gentle friction motion with the teeth, opposite of those 11 lines. And this just feels really good. And what you're doing is you're breaking up the superficial fascia, bringing fluidity to it, bringing blood circulation. Blood carries nutrients, which ultimately gives us slower aging. Yes, shoulders back, of course. And then you can use your ridges and you can go across the forehead like this. As long as you don't have any fresh Botox within 1 to 3 months, you can do this. Just be really careful. Make sure you have enough slip on your skin, or you can get petechia. I've seen some people kind of pull it up like this, but for me, the wiggling through and the pushing up feels better. Is that easy for you? Okay,
yes.
Good. Okay, now we're moving up on the chin, across the jawline. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then corner of the mouth. And 1. We're maintaining connection with the skin. 3. And try to capture it right in the, yeah, exactly, because we're trying to lift that nasal labial fold and stretch it. And now we'll move up from the corner of the mouth to corner of the nose, and then we can support on the nose if you want to. Yeah, exactly. You have a nice manicure, so that looks good in the camera. red translates really well on the camera. Beautiful. And then we'll go right underneath that orbital ridge, going out towards the hairline there. You can do short little strokes too, just gently pulling out. Or you can do one long stroke. Perfect. And then forehead right above that brow line. Okay, and then we can also, kind of push it up like this too. From the middle all the way up. All right, so now we've done the first portion of our gua sha with the ridges, and we'll be switching our gua sha over to the flush side now, or the straight side. And we're gonna go from underneath the ear down to the clavicle 6 to 10 times, really, really gently. And what this does is it helps to collect the fluid and kind of pull it into the drainage point, which is right above our collarbone here. Beautiful. And then we're going to go underneath the chin, and the same sections that we did with our ridges, but we will, you can actually hold it like this if you want more surface, and then just kind of put it like that, and then use your finger to support. Yep, and pull that over. And the idea here is to hold it really flush with the skin so that you're connecting with your skin fully and being able to bring all of that fluid over from underneath our chin over to the edge of the jaw. Real gentle movements. And then we'll move up on top of our chin over the mandible really gently. And here, do you see how just the slightest variation can change the angle of the gua sha? Ideally, we want it to be as flat to the skin as possible, so 15 degrees or 45-degree angle to the skin. Anything more than that, we might not be getting that much of a benefit. So, yeah, we're just staying within this section here, so it's chin over the mandible to the edge. Exactly. And then we'll be moving from corner of the mouth, holding the stone really flat, pulling it all the way over to the edge of the ear here. And we'll do that 6 to 10 times. Beautiful. And maintain that flatness all the way through to the edge of the ear, and feel that difference.
And so it starts off flat and then ends up on the side.
You actually want it all the way flat, all the way through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It might look like that, but ideally we want it to be really flat like that.
All right.
Cool. Now, just take a look, and I can already see a difference. It's already more lifted and taut. And the amazing thing about the gua sha is that it brings up turgor in the skin. It just makes everything nice and taut. On the other side, and if you want to, you can try lifting your arm and adjusting the stone that way, so we're not all cramped in there. Going over the zygomatic bone to the edge of the ear. I'm kind of working from the corner of the nose over, and then underneath that orbital ridge, holding the stone really flat, connecting with the skin all the way through, because we're just collecting that fluid. Imagine it like a squeegee. If you're going over the glass after a shower and you're kind of squeegeeing all that fluid, that's how I imagine it, but we're doing it sideways.
And if there's not enough slip, you just add some more now.
Yep,
Okay.
But you can go over your eyelid too, which feels really nice. Very gently, just kind of pulling that fluid over and out. And you can do that over the eyebrow. You can go do that over the eyebrow. So eyelid over eyebrow and then above eyebrow. Pulling that all over. And you can even turn and flip your gua sha. Every gua sha is a different size and shape, so you can play with it and decide whatever feels good for you. And once we're done with the forehead, then we're going to go to the other side here. Okay, so taking our flat side here, we're working underneath the left ear, pulling gently down, very, very gently to the clavicle bone. Grabbing that fluid and just gently bringing it into that drainage point there. It's so soothing and very relaxing. I feel like it helps us tap into the parasympathetic nervous system. So, okay, then we are going to use that little rounded edge, that flat rounded edge, and go underneath the chin here, supporting with that other hand, and just gently pulling from the chin all the way across the mandible, underneath there. There's a lot of lymph nodes here. Now this is not the same as manual lymph drainage. We're going to readjust our right hand, supporting the skin here on the chin, and just gently, gently pulling over. And you don't have to hold with your hand. I feel like for me it feels supportive, but some people, you don't have to do that. And we're not really scooping up like a Nike sign. It's more of just going straight across.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. And then from the corner of our mouth, we're going to be gently, gently pulling that fluid over to the edge of the ear lobe. And here you can readjust, just gently stretching that skin. Good job, Brenda. And this is where you can play with the hands too and the angle of the gua sha. So we'll be moving up now, corner of the nose, holding wherever feels supportive and pulling that all the way to the edge of the ear. Really, really gently. A teacher of mine told me that this gua sha is great for removing congestion. Any gua sha you have, you can use over the nose, and that helps eliminate blackheads if you're doing this flushing motion back down. So if you have a lot of congestion in your nose, this is part of the cellular waste that lies within the the lymphatic system. So getting that lymph moving is great. Orbital ridge, just really, really gently under that eye, pulling that over. You can play too. Just play with the angle. Just try to get it super, super flat. Perfect. Okay. And again, on this side, you can go over your eyelid, pulling that out. You can go over your eyebrow, which feels really great because we hold so much tension in that area from, strain looking at the computer screen. Yeah, I do a lot of massage around the eye area, specifically on these pressure points, because there's almost like a pain, or it releases the tension. And then you can go above your eyebrow too. And then going over, really gently squeegeeing that fluid from the forehead over to the temple. Beautiful. Now, so here's the trick. Once you're done with your routine, you're going to kind of bring all of that down to the clavicle. So from the forehead hairline down the side of the ear, underneath the ear to the clavicle point. Yeah, it feels so good. Then you can do that 6 to 10 times. It's really, really gentle. Because all of that work that we did, moving it from the inside outside, and we're just bringing it all the way down to this drain point. And then we'll do the same on the other side. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. And just a couple more times. And you can even go like this, just right underneath the ear to the clavicle a few times to finish that. Feels really, really nice. What did you think?
I loved it. I feel energized too.
Nice. Well, I wanted to also say that if you're doing muscle work with your gua sha, you can put more pressure with the flat side. But we just did our ridges today to break up the fascia, and then we did a little bit of lymphatic movement, which is not the same as manual lymph drainage, but we're definitely getting some lymphatic drainage benefit from the gua sha. And ultimately, we have less fluid in our faces, we have more blood circulation, more chi, life force energy coming through, and 70% of your skin success from the gua sha actually comes from opening up that neck first. So you want to open the neck first, and then move up the sections of the face, then bring everything back down to this drainage point here.
And at the end, are you still keeping it flat when you're going all the way down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, that's the key really with the gua sha, is you want to hold it 15 degrees to the skin. So it's not going to be like this, it'll be more like that. Okay?
All right.
Any other questions?
And where can I get a gua sha?
Yes, so I will put the links below. And this particular gua sha is wonderful. It's by one of my teachers, Cecily Braden. Everything is made so beautifully and sustainably and ethically made. This is a green jade gua sha, pocket gua sha, so it's a little bit smaller than your average gua sha. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Brenda.
You're welcome.
Please like and subscribe to help my channel grow, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.